We move on to the other big story that this nation has been tracking, the story of Kashmir. Now, since the massive shutdown, it's been 4 days. Today, the situation on ground slightly eased, at least in some parts. Those are the visuals that we're getting to you. So we decided to focus and to bring you reports, to bring you stories of what exactly is the situation on ground in Kashmir. Remember, the clampdown has been in place in the state since the special status was revoked by the centre on Monday. Communication and all communication lines continue to be shut. Though there is restriction, Section 144 still in place, under heavy security, people are being allowed to move from one place to the other. Some amount of movement was visible today in Srinagar. Our correspondent Farid travelled through the old city of Srinagar, which is considered to be a hotbed for protests. The area is still barricaded. Restrictions there have been beefed up compared to the main city. Take a look at this one.
To check the situation firsthand in the old Srinagar city, we decided to go in, and somehow we are lucky to find this Tonga. And as we are moving through the old city, I'll ask Mehraj to just show you on that side. This is the Jama Masjid, and probably you may be able to see the carpet of stone. So that really tells you that yesterday in this area and early morning there was stone pelting. And in fact, similar scenes, I mean, not very different from uptown. Restrictions slightly eased out, but still barricading and security force vehicles almost everywhere. Security forces on the sides, and in fact trying to maintain calm. It is enforced calm, enforced normalcy. What would be interesting to see is once these restrictions are lifted, they'll have to lift these restrictions one day. What will be the reaction of the people? As of now, massive security force presence is ensuring this enforced calm, though the authorities say that from Saturday, probably because of Eid, the restrictions may be eased out to the extent that people will be able to buy essentials, and also probably something that with which they can celebrate Eid. Though let me tell you, for the common man here, Eid festivities is a far off cry. I mean, right now it's more about basics of life that they can get, from medicine to baby food to milk to vegetables. He's more concerned about that. And in fact, it is this situation, let me tell you, which he could foresee. I mean, people were wondering that why so much of, there were many who were questioning rumor mongering, fear mongering, and saying that all is well, and especially the J&K governor and the administration. So right now, when the administration says that for Eid they are preparing, they'll be calm, restrictions will be eased out, there is no reason that people will believe, because same governor before 35A and 370 was lifted was saying that everything is absolutely hunky-dory. There's no need to worry, nothing on 35A, and then we saw what has happened. So people, there's a lot of distrust. Gulf in between has come in as far as the locals and administration is concerned. So they'll have to do a lot more to restore the faith of the people in whatever they say, and that's why people will be skeptical when they will say that restrictions will be eased out and people can celebrate Eid. As I said, now this is we're reaching another checkpoint in the old city, and you can see here they could not find the normal constitutional virus authority, or should I say the CRPF or police have brought out these logs of wood to block the road, and the authorities are stopping people here and there, and in medical emergency maybe have been allowed, but from tomorrow restrictions are going to get tougher. So that really gives you a first-hand account of how things are in the old city. Similar situation, tense but calm as of now. With Camperson Mehraj, Mir Farid, Old Srinagar City for Mirror Now.
Times Network also travelled to a tourist reception centre where we witnessed migrants from Bihar and Bengal who hope to return to their respective states soon. Obviously, after these restrictions were imposed, it's not as if they're getting any work in the state. Local tourist agencies and NGOs are now doing their bit by providing free food to these migrants. Here is a ground report.
Well, free food is being arranged by the locals here in Srinagar for the migrant community, those who are leaving the Srinagar because there is no work and because of the imposition of Section 144. You can see these are the people from West Bengal, Bihar, those who are going to their homes and they're waiting for their buses. But the locals here have arranged food for them, and they're taking care of this of these people. From last 2 days, this is happening here. Lunch and dinner are being provided free of cost, and people are being asked to come and have food. ये बताइए कि ये जो आपने इंतजाम किया है माइग्रेंट कम्युनिटी जो भी यहाँ पे रोजगार के लिए आती है, क्या कुछ इंतजाम किए गए हैं?
बस जो हमारे पास जितने भी हमारे पास सोर्सेस है वो हमने प्रोवाइड किया है। अच्छा, खाने का। क्योंकि बहुत से ऐसे हैं जिनके पास पैसा नहीं है, तो जाने के लिए भी नहीं है। दूसरी बात ये है कि हम ट्रैवल वाले हैं, यहाँ से हमारा टेम्पो ट्रैवल्स एंड ट्रैवल जो चलता है जम्मू के लिए, ओनली फॉर द टूरिस्ट सेंटर से, तो हमें प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं ताकि हम भी एक इंसान है, वो भी एक इंसान है। बाकी राजनीति जो चलता है वो चलता रहेगा, वो चलता वो अपनी जगह पे है। बाकी हमारी जो इंसानियत है कि वो हम
वो है। So as you can see, the people here people here are arranging food for these people because right after the imposition of 144, things have become really bad for the migrant community because they went out of job and now they are leaving for their homes and the food is being organized by the sir आप बताइए आप लोग यहाँ पर food organize कर रहे हैं।
सर पहली बात है कि हम ये पूरी दुनिया के सामने है कि कश्मीरियत सबसे बड़ी चीज़ है जी, तो हमने वो दिखाने की कोशिश की है कि हम इनको यहाँ से भगा नहीं रहे, हम किसी को मारते नहीं है, किसी को पीटते नहीं है। अगर हम वैसे होते तो हम ये खाना भी प्रोवाइड नहीं करते। ठीक है, ये हमारे भाई है। पॉलिटिशियंस क्या कर रहे हैं वो तो गंदा खेल है, उन्होंने क्या किया हमारे साथ क्या नहीं किया, बट हमारा ये है कि लाइक जो हमने इनको प्रोवाइड किया है खाना यहाँ पे, ये सबसे पहली बात है कि कश्मीरियत है, इंसानियत है। यहाँ पे मजहब क्या है इनका क्या नहीं है, पहले तो ये इंसान है। ठीक है, इंसानियत के नाते हमने ये यहाँ पे प्रोवाइड किया, जो आएगा फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट खा लेगा।
So you can see these people are helping this community and these people have their buses for Jammu and from there they will be taking further transportation to their destinations.
Well, we showed you the situation in the valley during the day. Mir Farida also gave us the latest update just a while back after Prime Minister Modi's speech, which had a very, very strong message for India, including people of Jammu and Kashmir. Here is what Fareed had to say.
Well, Srinagar is calm but tense. Now, as I speak to you, it is late hours and the deployment really moves out of areas. And it is this time that stone pelting starts. Now, just few kilometers away from where I am in Batmalo area, we've got reports that there was stone pelting. Then again, in some areas of downtown. Though these are sporadic incidents, but thankfully, the big challenge for the security agencies is to ensure that no one dies. Because we've seen in Kashmir in the past, if someone unfortunately gets killed in a conflict situation, that really easily leads to a snowball effect, ripple effect, and the whole valley is engulfed. So that is the big challenge. But to add to that, they'll also have to ensure that tomorrow, since it's Friday, that again is a big challenge, and probably because of that the restrictions may not be lifted. And our sources say that there is a very bleak chance that restrictions will be lifted, though they are very seriously contemplating to at least have landlines ringing again, because that is the big issue. As we have been saying since morning, people are worried. In fact, there are people who have their relatives, their sons, their daughters, parents, they are away from each other, so they need to know the well-being of each other, and for that at least basic landline facilities should be allowed. And that is the big demand of the people right now. Not a talk of other things. I mean, still other things like complete normalcy, allowing them to move out of their homes, that is still some distance away, going by what our sources in the administration tell us. But these basic things need to be returned to the people, which will at least ease their difficulties right now, and at least give them some communication and some information about their near and dear ones.
So that was Fareed telling you what happens and what the situation is even at this hour. Even when he went to the old city part, there were places where there were stones lying around. So obviously there have been smaller sporadic instances, but nothing big has happened so far. Thankfully, no casualties at all. Two voices that I wanted to also bring in to try and get us a bit better picture, if possible, or what is it that the people are going through. Owais Wani and Karan Singh, who's also the chairman of World Yoga Institute, joining us. And Karan Singh, do you have family back home? Have you been able to speak to anybody in the last few days?
No,
Yes,
actually, I'm in
in
Pune.
Namaste.
Let me start
First
with
of
Karan
all,
Singh,
The
and then
recent
Owais, I will
incident
come
has
to you.
isolated me from.
I talk with my family. Uh, Hello, Namaste. Yes, I just talked last today 2-3 times in Jammu. So there is no problem. All is good. So actually, Kashmir has little problem because my friend is working there in police line. So I tried 2-3 times. Maybe they have some problem in phone, but at Jammu is no problem. Jammu is open and everyone happy to know this decision of government. So they are happy.
Saying that those who you do know who are in the valley, it's still difficult to get through them. Obviously, Jammu, there isn't much problem. In fact, even in sectors around Jammu, like Samba, we're given to understand that they will be, or reopening even the schools by Friday. But Owais, where is your family based? Have you been able to speak to them in the last 4 days?
No,
Yes,
actually not.
I talked
Unfortunately,
today
this administration has
near about 10
isolated
o'clock.
me from my family.
Yes, Owais, go ahead, please.
So I'm not able to talk to my. Actually, my. Yeah, my this administration has totally isolated me from my family. Actually, my mom has got ankle fracture, so I don't know where she is actually, whether she is in hospital or she is at home. But I tried to contact my dad, but there's no communication. Actually, the landlines has been shut, cables and everything has shut. So there's no medium of getting in touch with my family. So it has been 4 days since I talked to my mom. But today also I tried to call them, but there's no way to get in touch with them. So,
Okay, Owais, also
what
because
I
you are in
hope
Pune,
I hope
and I
that
know there are a lot of
they will restore the
students
services again.
from Kashmir who are based in Pune or are studying in Pune. Did any of your friends have plans to travel back home for Eid? What are they planning to do now?
Yeah, actually, my good friend of mine, Shahbaz, he's from Magam, side of Badgam. He is planning to visit home. He said that if the conditions remain same till Friday evening, then I'll be leaving by Saturday morning. But another friend of mine, he's from Srinagar district. His name is Taha. So his parents called him today from Sadr police station of Bagat. So they had a talk of they spoke I think 1 minute. So he told he was actually his mom dad was planning to come to Pune because he was not able to get in touch with his son as he is not also feeling well. So I think they might visit their parents if the situations remain same. If they didn't restore this telephone and internet service, then I think I should also visit my family because I really don't know where my mom is actually.
Yes, I can understand that, and one can hope that very soon at least some basic communication lines will be opened so that people can at least get in touch with their families to know if everything is all right. Or those who are in Kashmir and have any kind of emergency, they're able to get through to the authorities for emergency support. Thank you for both of you for joining us and bringing us, stories of how citizens are really dealing with this entire situation right now. The big story this evening was also Prime Minister Modi's address